Tandem HR.
I see my name in shining lights, yeah, a different city every night. Oh, I swear the world better prepare for when I'm a billionaire.
It's time to get down to business on the weekend's #1 business program. Known as the King of Networking, your host, Shalom Klein, has worked with thousands of entrepreneurs and created countless jobs. So, to success. Let's get down to business.
And indeed, we are all about small business jobs and entrepreneurship and business. We talk a lot about business here. You are on with Get Down to Business, and I'm your host, Shalom Klein. Remember, you can always download podcasts from Get Down to Business on my website at shalomklein.com. And while you're there, don't forget to follow me on Twitter at Shalom Klein. It's going to be a jam-packed week of content and information you will not want to miss. In fact, I have a jam-packed studio with some fantastic guests. But first up on the program, I'm absolutely thrilled and honored to be joined by the new CEO of Philip Morris International America, Martin King. Mr. King joined the Philip Morris team back in 2003, I believe, and has served in a number of roles. And we're going to talk about some of the innovation that's taking place at the company. Martin King, welcome to the program. Thanks for joining us and Get Down to Business.
Well, thanks for having me, Shalom Klein. Really appreciate being here tonight.
Absolutely, such a pleasure. So, as I mentioned, you've been with Philip Morris for a little while now, and certainly one of the hallmarks of the company. Everybody might know of you guys for a number of different reasons. Has been innovation, and in fact, that's the reason why we have you on now. There's news that the FDA, the Food and Drug Administration, just authorized the marketing of IQOS, which is PMI's smoke-free tobacco platform. So, Martin, if you don't mind, tell our listeners, what is IQOS and why is this announcement so important?
Well, IQOS is about heating tobacco instead of burning it. And that's really important because the combustion or the burning of the tobacco is what the big problem is with cigarettes. The harmful and potentially harmful chemicals that are formed are really about the burning, not the nicotine. And so if you can find a way to create a product that delivers the satisfaction and flavor that smokers are used to and deliver it in a way that has less formation of these harmful chemicals, then you have something that adult smokers can switch to, and that's a much better choice for them. And that's what the FDA spent 3 years looking at the science and recently authorized IQOS in the United States as a modified risk tobacco product, meaning that they said that the creation of these chemicals is at much lower levels than when you burn cigarettes.
So I have to ask, Martin, how does it work? And I realize we're having this conversation on radio and folks can't see, but you're talking about it sounds like a fundamentally different system than cigarettes, which is really, to be honest, the reason why I was excited to have this conversation. Innovation is important, especially as it relates to health, ultimately. So how does this new system, this newly approved system, actually work?
Sure. Let me try to describe it without the use of visuals. So it's basically a consumable part that looks similar to a cigarette. It's shorter, but it has a plug of tobacco in the end. And the big difference is instead of lighting it up, you actually push it into a battery operated electronic device that has a blade in it. And the blade is pushed up into the tobacco, and then it heats the tobacco to a very precise temperature below the point of burning or combustion. And so the result is that you get an aerosol, which contains the nicotine from the tobacco. It's regular tobacco and flavors, but without the vast majority of the formations of the bad stuff, the harmful, potentially harmful constituents that come from when you burn it. And so it's different from an e-cigarette. An e-cigarette is a liquid that is heated with nicotine in it. And this is actually using real tobacco. And the benefit of it is that the taste is more similar to a cigarette, and the experience, meaning it starts and stops like a cigarette. So you don't have the constant puffing that people do with e-cigarettes. And the big difference is people can switch to it. So we've launched it in 57 countries around the world, and we have about a 70% success rate of when people buy this device that they are able to fully convert to it. In other words, stop smoking, stop burning cigarettes, and switch over to this product. And that's pretty good success rate. And so we're working on this product and also a bunch of other products to take our company out of the world of cigarettes and into other products that are, a better way to deliver nicotine.
And that's a great segue. I'm chatting with the CEO of Philip Morris International America, Martin King. And Martin, you just made that perfect segue into the tagline that I see all over the website, delivering a smoke-free future, which I find fascinating because I have to say that many of our listeners might associate your brand with almost the opposite of that tagline. But I know that that your company has been working to change that perception. And you're actually I understand, the first tobacco company to commit to a smoke-free future, and that you heard that right, smoke-free future. So tell us a little bit about that transformation in the few minutes that we have remaining, about the sort of the innovation that you're trying to bring and bring that into markets really beyond the United States, but certainly into our communities.
So we've been working on this for a really long time, and we put a ton of money into it. We've invested over $7 billion in trying to find the right products that people can really switch to. And we launched in a couple of countries about late 2014 this product, and we found that, in fact, it works, that people can switch to it. And in Japan, for example, where we launched it, it's been a very big success. Over 20% of the smoking population, the adult smokers in Japan, have switched out of burning cigarettes and into this better choice. And so we're trying to bring these products across the world. We have other products as well in our portfolio. The whole point is to have products that don't burn, to scientifically substantiate them. In other words, build the whole body of scientific evidence that, in fact, the exposure levels are greatly reduced, and put that body of evidence in front of third parties, for example, the Food and Drug Administration of the United States, and have them look at it. Because obviously people are skeptical about big tobacco coming with different products, new products, and they want to know whether these are really scientifically based, and whether the smokers can switch to them and actually have lower exposure. And that's what the Food and Drug Administration just came through and very clearly authorized these products as a modified risk tobacco product. Yeah. So we've launched them all over the world in 57 countries. In the U.S., we're working through our partner, Altria, PM USA, which is a separate company. We were spun off from that company about 12 years ago. But in the United States, PMI is working through PM USA and Altria to bring these products to the 40 million smokers in the United States.
Oh, fascinating. So I'd like, if you can, Martin, just give us a glimpse behind the scenes. You just talked about some of your partnerships and some of the work that's certainly happening around the globe. But I imagine with all of this innovation and with all of this sort of this research and science, that there must be quite a few people and scientists and engineers and technicians behind the scenes making all of this happen. So behind this PMI, Philip Morris International, who are some of the people making it happen?
Well, it's been a sea change for our company because we have hired hundreds, literally hundreds of scientists from many fields, including from pharmaceutical industry, from many different areas, in order to develop these products and to scientifically substantiate them. So we have been undergoing in our company massive change, massive transformation. I mean, it's an overused word, transformation, but in our case, because we're changing both the products and our skill set and our way we come to market, and hiring people with a whole different scientific-based background, it's been a huge change for us over the last 5-6 years and longer, because we've been working on these products for quite some time. But they've been in the marketplace now 5 or 6 years. And we're absolutely committed to moving the entire company over to these products and as fast as we can, work with governments, regulators, and others to completely get out of cigarettes. And it's possible. It is absolutely possible, and we're very excited about it.
Well, appreciate you coming on, Martin, to talk a little bit about some of the work that goes on behind the scenes. And if you can, share the website where folks can learn more about the IQS, this new technology, new innovation, as well as perhaps careers and some of the other science and innovation that's taking place.
Great. We'll do that. Thank you for having me. Really appreciate it.
Absolutely. And what is that website where people can learn more?
Well, it's PMI.com. There are various pieces to the portal, but there's the science is posted there, and there are a number of other pieces of information that you mentioned.
Awesome. PMI.com. Thank you so much, Martin, for joining us on the air. Come back real soon to continue sharing some of that, the new innovation that has been taking place. As always, you get on my website, shalomklein.com, to download podcasts from the past 6+ years of the show, all about small business, jobs, and entrepreneurship. Chicago will be right back with more small business, jobs, and entrepreneurship after this quick break.
Sean Hannity